Bill Maher broke the brains of his libtard audience by bringing on J.D. Vance and having a perfectly gentlemanly, logical, smart debate with him where they both laughed a lot and got along. And more importantly, most shockingly, Bill Maher says, I'm going to vote for you.
The Democratic Party is going where this democratic socialist, this obsession with Israel, with the Jew hating, with they don't believe in capitalism, no prisons. If this is where they're going, my vote is in play.
Okay.
And
I like to hear that.
It actually always has been. Every year, I don't make my decision by who was an R or a D. I actually always came to the conclusion that the Democrat was probably better.
Sure.
And voted for them.
Okay.
And Trump can't run again, and he'd be a little too exciting for me anyway. So it's either going to be you or Rubio.
J.D. Vance would go on to impress Bill Maher with his roasting of gays.
This is about your spiritual journey.
That's right.
Which is really
That's
interesting. Right. And by the way, well, very, very personal.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little of Gavin Newsom. He has a book here, and I was very surprised. It didn't look like his book. Did you read his book?
People bought my book. That's the difference between...
Okay, now whatever.
One more.
To me, you know, I mean, I say it every time when the Republicans come here, they take their beating like a man. It's the people I vote for. They're the ones who won't talk to me. That's odd, isn't it?
It is very odd.
I mean, and I probably...
Well, like this new woman who was elected in New York. Do you think she'll come on the show?
Oh, I know you want... No, I can't get AOC. I can't get Mandami. I couldn't get Kamala Harris. You know, it took me 8 years to get Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's not talk about my problems. And I promise this is going to be a lot easier than talking to the Iranians.
So they had a great time. You can see here. The next joke is going on The View. I mean, that's okay. Sorry, I can't cut off.
Or even more, The View.
The question is whether it's harder than The View. That's right.
J.D. Vance saying that The View was more difficult on him than the Iranians, and that sort of stands to reason. Bill Maher is being extremely reasonable these days with his political takes. Like, he's going on ABC News and saying, hey, I'm not going to support communism. That's my red line. My red line is communism. And the way that the Democrat Party is going is communist. And so he says, once again, he states, I will totally be willing to vote for J.D. Vance. I don't want to vote for Trump, but I will vote for J.D. Vance. And I probably will. Here we go.
You told J.D. Vance you're open, your vote is up for grabs.
Yes, my vote is in play because it can't be Trump running.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not living in communist America. I mean, I know that the talking point is that, well, it's not communism, it's socialism. Okay, I've read the quotes from the DSA platform, from their own mouths. Don't tell me I'm not seeing what I am seeing.
So Bill Maher goes on to say that he thinks that there's going to be a full-scale communist takeover of the Democrat Party, that it's already happened, and that he's out. He's out. Bill Maher and radical socialists in the party. I'm not living in communist America. Read the quotes. So they want to get rid of prisons. Democrats are cowardly. Their party is being taken over. And they're cheering for the intifada. So he says he is out. He also called Donald Trump a force of nature, went to dinner with President Trump, and you're just starting to see a very different Bill Maher, and that could make for a very interesting 2028. Some of the responses to this, good for him, from Spencer Pratt. Communist DSA is hijacking the Democrat Party from a respectable, common sense liberals, 90% of my friends and family. We need to unite against the socialist, biggest threat to humanity in the history of civilization. I've heard some version of this from many Democrats after the DSA sweep in New York City. That's right. Don't tell me I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, nailed it. And of course, the most popular streamer for Libs is a guy who is a communist simp. Not just a communist simp, but somebody who's like live action role playing Mao Zedong. He literally wears a Mao Zedong outfit wherever he goes to give speeches. Mao Zedong is the single greatest mass murderer in this century. 60 million of his own people. Like, these people constantly banging on about a genocide in Gaza and take that political hot potato and just put it right over here. If you're worried about mass murders and genocides, then without question, the number one agent of that in the last 100 years was Mao Zedong. Yet here's Hassan Piker, the Pied Piper of the new left, saying, I would never criticize Mao Zedong. He's one of the greatest leaders in the world. Okay, doesn't seem intellectually consistent there, but that has never ever mattered to these people. The number of Democrat, socialists, public office holders has increased exponentially. This is absolutely going to be a very, very long list and is going to be the pure takeover of the party. You got to see these things for how it works on a political landscape. The Tea Party becomes the MAGA movement. Over time, it takes about 10 years. And that MAGA movement finds a champion in Donald Trump. And then we create the America First movement that, of course, wins in the landslide victories of 2024. All 7 swing states, the popular vote, the Electoral College sweep. That movement won over young people and changed America. But that is exactly what's happening with the DSA. That's their own version of like a Tea Party movement. The Democrat establishment is so much better at choking out guys like Bernie Sanders and killing these kind of movements in the cradle. They're far more centralized, right? Just their very nature. And this is what happens. When these guys actually take control, it's going to be totally and completely bloodthirsty. Bill Maher has, of course, been beating the drum on this for a long time. This has aged really well. Bill Maher, even before the 2024 election. So this would be May. This would be 3 years ago in 2000, over 2 years ago in May of 2024. Bill Maher is sitting there saying, I think I'm out with the Democrat Party. It's wild.
Gender and race and free speech and just ideas about, you can be healthy at any weight, and gender is always a social construct, and maybe we should give communism another try, and maybe we should get rid of capitalism and the border patrol, and let's tear down statues of Lincoln and get rid of the police. Just, no, it's not that I've gotten old, it's that your ideas are stupid.
And the deeply uncomfortable CNN anchor goes, as he can hear his audience, his pathetic audience, turning off the TV. And that's something that Bill Maher actually doesn't seem to care about as much. Maybe it's because he's old or he's like extremely successful. But this is something that is really honorable. Like, I think Bill Maher knows he's pissing off an enormous amount of his audience, and he just doesn't care. He's trying to do what's right. Fascinating, ladies and gentlemen. What happens next? I guess we'll see. Bill Maher voting for the Republican in 2028. It's going to be wild times. Lock in. Subscribe. It's your boy Benny.